on the spot while you just sent the sound. I guess I'm on the right track. My competition level still I haven't done enough. Cause good is never good enough. That's right. Until you make it to the top.
Trop rapide quand je push, mais fais gaffe si tu me pousses. Agressif, reconnu, mes adversaires on la fousse. Superman les assomme. Adonnis, Stevenson, j'ai la victoire dans le sang. Je me battrai pour mon titre, futur best, trop confiant. Rendez-vous sur le ring. Rendez-vous sur le ring. Rendez-vous sur le ring, yeah.
God bless every hater that was in the mood. You moved about my attitude. They see time is of the essence, all I need is seconds. And you consider every hit for me another blessing. Step in the ring and I'm making it mine. I won't need more than a minute, there's no overtime. See, it takes a lot of you to make a little me. And damn, I'll probably have you haters dropping by the count of 3. I'm ready to feast, yeah. Just give me my plate, yeah. No time for mistakes, yeah. Let's make it or break, yeah. I got my head up in the clouds. I've been dreaming for this moment, now they chant my name aloud. They say money was the motive, the family was the reason. Now I'm at you winning every year, that's right, weather the season. Heard you coming for my spot, but I don't leave for much. Shit, this thing was probably over by the minute that it started
Trop
up.
rapide quand je bouge, mais fais gaffe si tu me pousses. Agressif, reconnu, mes adversaires on la fousse. Superman les assomme. Adonnis, Stevenson, j'ai la victoire dans le sang. Je me battrai pour mon titre, futur best, trop confiant. Rendez-vous sur le ring. Rendez-vous sur le ring. Rendez-vous sur le ring, yeah. Champion du monde première catégorie. Prêt à me démarquer face à ces gorilles. Haïtien et fier de l'être, je représente Superman pour les intimes, Adonnis Stevenson, je me présente. Champion du monde première catégorie. Prêt à me démarquer face à ces gorilles. La concurrence c'est qu'une soulette pute. Je suis en mode rafale de punch, faut que la roulette russe. Trop rapide quand je bouge, mais fais gaffe si tu me pousses. Agressif, reconnu, mes adversaires on la fousse.
Hi fight fans and YouTube viewers, quick apologies for that intro music. It went on a bit, didn't it? Anyway, that's, if you want to know what that is, that's Adonnis Stevenson's official ring entrance music. I've just happened to catch that. I didn't even realise he had a his own ring entrance music. Anyway, another prediction here between the man Adonnis Superman Stevenson versus one of our UK boxers in Tony Bomber Bellew. I'll start off with Bellew, although I really should start off with Superman, but I want to give both boxers enough credit and enough time. Tony Bellew, the opponent for Stevenson, mandatory opponent for Superman Stevenson, and you know, I respect Bellew a lot. He doesn't duck anyone, does he, really? And he stated, you know, he's up for fighting Adonnis Stevenson. The younger boxer, Bellew, I'll just start off with each boxer's stats as always, or most of the time. I'm on Wikipedia here. It's good to start off with two boxers that I can talk a bit about because I know them quite well. I've watched them fight on a number of occasions. Probably I've seen Bellew fight more times than Adonnis simply because Bellew is UK. I didn't like him to be honest at the start of his when I started watching him, but the loss against KOVALEV, that spat they had, you know, Bellew was, I think they had a confrontation before the fight, you know, and then I got really interested in Bellew when he fought KOVALEV. I had a feeling he wouldn't beat KOVALEV, but I thought he'd give him a good fight, you know, and it didn't turn out too good of a fight. Anyway, back to his stats. He stands at 6'2". His age fair there now. I thought it was yeah, that's sounds about right. He's boxing out of the orthodox. He's 122, 20 wins, 12 by KO, 1 loss and 1 draw. So there's his stats briefly. What I was going to go on. He had them couple of fights with Isaac Chilemba, and I wasn't convinced, you know, when it was a draw and then the met again. It seemed ages until the met again. But then he got a resounding, convincing win over Chilemba. Chilemba in the first meeting stated that he had the flu or something, and you know, I thought, well, that's a bit strange how he can have the flu and still come up with a draw, but anyway. And then we've got 1 loss to KOVALEV. He's beat Oval Mackenzie twice. But this is his stiffest test to date. Apart from Chilemba was a good test for him, wasn't it? I like Bellew, you know. He's a good boxer, but for me, he doesn't carry. His fights seem to drag on, don't they, and to go the distance. He's got a good, strong, heavy punch, you know, but it just doesn't. It just seems to always back off when he gets opponents in trouble. He just seems to take a step back and not finish them. He's not a great finisher for me, Bellew. So there's enough about him. Talking about Bellew. His opponent, Adonnis Stevenson. Just close that. I'll get on to him now. Good wins, a good win over Chilemba. Who else can I say is beat convincing there? Apart from Oval Mackenzie, a good boxer Oval Mackenzie. I think he's retired now. But this is his best opponent to date, in my opinion. Bomber Bellew. A good win over Roberto Bellonti, a tough Argentinian, isn't there? Roberto Bellonti. So decent win there. Let's get to his opponent, Stevenson. Stands at 5'11", so slight height advantage for Bellew, but I don't think it'll mean anything in this. Boxing out of the southpaw, so be interesting to see how each boxer copes with the different stances. I think Stevenson will adjust better than Bellew. Total fights for Stevenson: 123, wins 22, wins by KO 19. I haven't got the boxers KO ratio, but I'm pretty good at guessing Adonnis Stevenson's. It'll be like 77, 79, in the 80s with that amount of KOs and that amount of fights. You'd have thought at his age, wouldn't you, at 36 now, he'd have had a few more fights than that. You know, possibly even 10 more fights. But anyway, a great KO artist, isn't he? And after this fight, there's talk of Stevenson meeting KRUSHER KOVALEV in the new year, and that'll be some awesome fight. Both knockout artists. Stevenson reminds me of a Carl Froch fighter in the way he stands and that right hand down his waist-side. But good thing about these two boxers, Stevenson and Carl Froch, they're hard to hit. Even though they've not got much lateral body movement or head movement, they still can get away with being hit and taking a punch. Even if they do get caught from time to time, they've got good chins, you know. So it's just how they box, isn't it? I'm going to go for an Adonnis Stevenson win here by unanimous decision. Tough chin Bellew has got, and that's why I'm going for Adonnis Stevenson win. Don't be surprised if it comes by KO. You know, the way he's getting rid of his opponents. A good win over Tavoris Cloud. That, I think it was the first round, was it? No, retired in the 7th. Knocked him cold out, didn't sorry, Chad Dawson knocked him out in the first round, jumping up and down. I watched the Tavoris Cloud fight. He just wore him down, didn't he? And he couldn't take any more punches, Cloud. I thought Tavoris Cloud would give him a good fight, you know. He caught him with a good few shots, but Bellew, Stevenson came through in the end, and this bout has brought him no ends of confidence, and it's just riding high at the minute, isn't it? Stevenson, good win over Cloud, and I think it'll be a good win over Bomber Bellew. Taking nothing away from Bellew, I just think it's a step too high for Bellew in this point of his career, perhaps. I think he's good enough, deserved, you know, he's got to this position to fight Stevenson, but I don't think he'll beat Stevenson in this one. I'll just look at the date here. It's scheduled for the 30th of November at the Coliseum Arena in Quebec, Canada. Thanks for watching as always, and a great night of boxing. I've just heard from ESPN that KRUSHER KOVALEV will be on this undercard, or the main card event of this main event. So thanks for watching as always, and a great night of boxing. Get commenting. A Stevenson win for me.